Live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. This is the happy hour. 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary with you. Rico, hello.
Hello.
What's up, man?
I am doing well. Thank you for getting me Wingstop.
You betcha.
I'm stuffing my face, and it is delicious.
Thank you to Wingstop for getting us Wingstop.
Shout out to Wingstop.
So, yeah. But also, shout out to Empire Fence and Netting, who are the sponsors of the show.
Shout out to Empire Fence and Netting.
Free shout outs all over. Not necessarily
They're
free.
not free.
They're not free. They're paid. But shout out to those folks.
Couple houses in my neighborhood have Empire fences.
Oh, is that right?
They're very nice fences.
I think they're
very tall. Granted, I'm very short, but
tall fences are good fences.
yeah, privacy fences.
Yeah, we like tall fences.
I mean, they don't have to be that tall for me not to see over it, but these ones are very
Hey,
tall.
is the dog still pooping in your yard?
Yeah, I yelled at him like 3 times, and he kind of like ran away. And now he's pooping more in the tall grass, like further beyond
Okay,
my
so it's
yard.
okay.
So I'm glad about that. But every once in a while, I go out there and I find some poop, and I'm just like, ugh. I want to scoop it up and just put it back in their lawn.
You should. Retaliation.
I know.
At this point, retaliation is your best friend.
I know the dog is pooping in my yard. I know it's your dog. I will put the poop in your yard.
Unnamed texter says that they want to shout out, but they won't pay us.
Then
And the texter is actually named on the text line, but I know free shout outs.
Mm-hmm. So no free shout outs.
Nice try.
You person.
The same texter asks, right, Rico, why don't you poop in their yard?
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to poop in somebody's yard.
Would you poop in your own yard?
No.
That's a good choice. All right.
Why would I poop? Why would I poop outside?
There are places to go.
I have a toilet.
That's true. 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys. Henry says, Rico, do you need a fence? We got you. The folks at Empire Fence and Netting.
Well, I don't own my house, so not
I'll
quite
talk
yet.
to the people that you need to talk to.
But maybe we'd be looking into something.
Qdoba guy says, Rico, the world is your toilet.
That's not true.
You can make it true by pooping in their yard.
I don't want to make it true. I don't want to.
You don't want to make.
I don't want to.
Rachel would not be a fan of
No,
you
she would
making that true.
She would
making
not.
the world your toilet.
Once me and Rachel and the family get our own place,
Empire.
I'll hit up Empire.
Empire Fence
Because
and
I do need a
Fence and
fence
Netting.
to keep the demons in.
The demons being your children.
The children. Yes.
Yeah. The demons being your children.
The demons.
Got plenty of stuff to talk about today. 402-464-5685 on the Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. All right. Alcohol is coming. Now, when I say alcohol is coming, I mean solely to Pinnacle Bank Arena.
And possibly,
Haymarket Park.
which they both already have setups.
They do, but the Board of Regents is voting on Friday to allow alcohol to be sold at Pinnacle Bank Arena for Nebraska men's and women's basketball games.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about that. But first, we'll also do a little bit of NFL buy or sell in the middle segment. First, Rico, Aaron Judge hit his 60th bomb last night.
It was gorgeous.
The Yankees hit a walk-off grand slammy
That was even more gorgeous.
by Giancarlo Stanton
He looks
over the Pirates.
Can you break down his stance
Giancarlo's?
and his swing?
Yeah, it's super closed off, right?
I don't know. Is it normal for you not to lift your leg at all and just use like
Well, I think when you have that much power,
all of your body?
I think when you have that much power, well, so Giancarlo, you're still able to get your hips involved.
Well, yeah.
And it's like weight transfer
It
is
doesn't
more
look
important.
like he gets his hips involved though.
So here's the thing. when you're Giancarlo Stanton, whatever's been working the last 10 years or whatever that's gotten you that $300+ million contract deal, keep doing that. But no, I think with Giancarlo especially, he's able to get so much weight from his back half to transfer through, which is that was the one thing that was holding me back from making the majors. That's the only thing.
The only thing was the weight transfer.
was being able to transfer weight from my back leg, through my
Obviously.
swing. So I the upper body was working just fine. It was just the lower body.
Damn it, Nick. I thought I was trying to sneak that in there. That's the only thing holding me back from making the majors. Just tries to go just smooth past it.
That was the only thing that was keeping me from making the majors.
We gotta get a video of your swing from high school, and I want to have DP break it down.
No, because DP would probably be ruthless on it.
Hey, well, that's the point.
I probably do have folks that still have video of my swing. I don't. Unless,
please send it to me. My email is enrique@theticketfm.com.
Please email Rico.
Email me
a video
any
of me
video
swinging.
you have of Nick swinging the bat.
I have I have video of me swinging from like the stands from my parents being parents and videotaping, but I don't have
a good angle.
Yeah, I don't have any like scouting angle or film.
It's necessary.
Just in my phone. So Headhunter says Nick LMAO and the slow running times. That was good. I got asked today if I would be interested in running a half marathon, and I looked at the person and I said, "Do you see me?
Do I look like I
do I look like I would want to run a half marathon?" And they were like, "All right, good point." But anyway, so Aaron Judge hit his 61st bomb last night. 60th, excuse me, and the guy that caught his home run ball. First of all, it was an all-out brawl for the ball.
Pile?
I did. I saw the video.
Crazy.
But I also saw that the kid, right, because he was younger, just gave it back for free. And Rico, you told me that the guy, that Aaron Judge, gave him and all of his friends that were with him signed baseballs, signed bats.
No, just the one guy.
Okay,
so just the guy who caught it gave it back to Aaron Judge and said, "This is yours. Like, I don't need this. This is your memory." Aaron Judge signed a bat, signed a ball for him, and then signed some baseballs for all of his friends that were with him.
Gotcha.
So they all got signed baseballs, and he got a signed bat as well.
Okay, so how many games are left? I should know this, right? There's probably 12 games, still double-digit games left.
It was like 16
last
week. So
Aaron Judge is going to he's going to break Roger Maris's record, right? He's clearly on pace for it. There's a chance at the pace he's going, and if he hits a couple per game, right?
Well, the record's 62.
Exactly.
So he'll break it.
But I'm saying if he goes like towards 72, that's what I'm getting to.
The Barry Bonds record.
The Barry Bonds record. But Roger Maris's is 62. Mm-hmm. And so when he hits his 63rd, I guess it would be to break the record. Mm-hmm. Then what would you ask for? And let us know. 402-464-5685. If you are the one to catch it, what are you asking for? Because I saw this tweet from Darren Rovell. So let me here, I screenshotted it so
First
I wouldn't
you have
forget
to fight off that one dude that's always trying to catch.
Yeah, you always have to fight off that. There's like 15 people that you're gonna have to fight off.
Those people that are like,
here it is. If I caught Judge's 63rd home run ball, this is what I would ask for. This is from Darren Rovell. Number 1, Aaron Judge's bat that he used for the home run, inscribed by Judge. Mm-hmm. Number 2, one of the jerseys worn by Judge this season, once again signed by Judge. Number 3, a hard ticket to the specific game, signed by Aaron Judge.
Like
a hard copy of a ticket and framed,
of course,
and one that's signed, personally. Mm-hmm. And number 4, pictures.
That's all that person would.
That's all what Darren Rovell would ask for. Ooh, but think about it. You have the bat that he used to break Roger Maris's record.
You're not getting that.
What's more valuable, the bat or the ball?
I did ask you that. I don't know. What do you think?
Probably the ball.
But would he want to part with the bat? Like, would they would put the ball in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Do they put the bat as well, or does he get to keep the bat? Because I don't know.
I always find it fascinating how pro or organizations do that, because I know the Yankees, right? Obviously, a super big on history, right? Historical team, and they have their museum or whatever inside the stadium. but I don't know if it's one of those things where the museum keeps it or like the organization keeps it and he gets like a replica or something, just like a plaque saying like you have Roger Maris's home run record.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know what it's like.
Because for baseball, especially, like it's hard because you have the baseball, you have the bat. So I don't know which one goes in the Hall of Fame, which one the player gets to keep if they get replicas or whatever. Because for football, it's usually just the football, right? Like,
yeah,
it's just a football, or sometimes they have the cleats. Like I think for Devin Hester's, the first time that the opening kickoff was taken back in the Super Bowl for a touchdown, I think the cleats are in the Hall of Fame as well. So I don't know, and maybe the jersey, but I'm not exactly sure what they all take and put in the Hall of Fame for baseball because the ball is important, the bat that hit the ball is important. Like I'm not sure exactly.
Well, and with baseball being such a historically focused sport, right? It's always about America's pastime and all that kind of that narrative. OG Les Lancaster says I absolutely hammered the Judge anytime homer for tonight. So here's what we're gonna do, Rico. Let's see this. I'm gonna look at player props here and see what Aaron Judge to hit a home run is tonight because I got to find the game first. It takes a while here. But anyway,
take that.
So
Pirates.
if you caught Rico's Aaron Judge's 63rd home run to break Roger Maris's record, what would you ask for, if anything?
Game worn jersey, doesn't have to be from that game, signed by Judge. A ball. I don't need that ball. I don't need that bat. A ball and a bat signed by Judge. I don't know. Like,
really, you don't need anything specific to that ball or bat.
Nah.
Interesting. I'm surprised.
Maybe like a glove or like a cleat or something. Something that's not like
you would want Aaron Judge's cleat.
Why not? People do it all the time.
I think shoes, unless it's basketball, I think shoes are weird.
Shoes weird?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think shoes are weird unless it's basketball.
Yeah.
Like Russell Westbrook signed shoes and giving them kids and stuff. But I would be out on like baseball cleats, football cleats, soccer cleats. I'm out.
Okay.
Give me a soccer ball. That's the thing. What do you ask for in the soccer world? A ball?
You're not going to catch anything.
A piece of the goalie net?
You get the jersey, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe the jersey. That's a good one.
But no, I would take a jersey, a signed ball, bat, maybe the signed framed ticket.
Okay.
And then
that's a good one.
Somebody
That's
on here
actually a
said
good one.
2 season tickets for 10 years. I don't know if they have the power to do that.
That's tough because the Yankees, there's a lot of for a lot of the top echelon of organization, there's a waiting list. So
I would want pictures and also for Aaron Judge to follow me on Twitter and Instagram.
you would. You'd be like, Aaron, you just got to follow me on Twitter. That's all I ask for.
Twitter and Instagram, and from time to time, give me a retweet.
That or would you just want him to post a picture of you one time, tagging you in it? Because I mean, how many followers is that worth, Rico?
That's true.
You would think like 1,000.
Would actually think that we're boys.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be wearing exactly what you're wearing right now.
I would.
I think you would probably get 1,000 new followers.
More than likely.
Because Aaron Judge probably has, a couple hundred or 1,000 followers.
Something like that. Yeah, but the sign, like, honestly, like, signed jersey, signed bat, signed ball, and I don't know, like, tickets to the first round of the postseason.
First round?
You're not getting World Series tickets.
I feel like Aaron Judge, if he wants that 63rd
first off, they have
home run ball. Well, yeah.
So I want first round to just guarantee that I'm there.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a risk.
Because like, oh yeah, World Series tickets. And would you take in the ALCS?
That's a good point. Would you take the risk on asking for World Series tickets with the Yankees? They struggle. They struggle to make the World Series.
It's
sometimes.
not like, oh, you got World Series tickets for this season, and then they don't make it, and then they're like, oh, when we make it to the World Series, we'll get you tickets. Like, no, you just have World Series tickets now. Whoever's there, you have to go.
Okay, so. Oh, I noticed down here, Dirty Tony and the boys actually asked you that question. Rico, if you caught Judge's 61st home run, what are you demanding? I didn't even see that one.
I guess I wouldn't demand anything. I would ask for that stuff.
Can the players say no?
Yeah. So I had a friend.
Because that whole is interesting. It's like, how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
As the person that catches the ball, you hold all the negotiating power.
Oh, yeah. So I had a friend who was at the first College World Series, Men's College World Series held at TD Ameritrade, formerly TD Ameritrade.
Yeah. Now now the Schwab.
Yeah. He caught Jackie Bradley Jr.'s home or the ball that he threw into the stands after they won.
After the College World Series.
Yeah, after they won. He went down to the bus, got it signed, asked if he wanted it back. Jackie Bradley Jr. said no. So he kept it. He was on ESPN like a couple weeks later because Jackie asked for it back. And my friend said no. He's like, you can't. He was like, you didn't want it. That's mine now. He ended up giving it back. He ended up giving it back. I don't know what he got for it, but he ended up giving it back.
Are you still friends with this person?
Yes.
You got to text him.
Should I ask him?
Ask him what he got back for it.
Okay. Randomly
here, years later on September 21st, 2022, ask him what he got from Jackie Bradley Jr. Because at that point, like, now this is getting into some, specifics. Is Jackie Bradley Jr. able to give him a jersey from South Carolina? Now, South Carolina, the Gamecocks baseball jerseys were sweet. They were clean. And as a 12-year-old watching the College World Series or watching South Carolina, I was a big Joey Pancake fan. Joey Pancake, if I could get any college baseball jersey outside of two players, one was Rich Sanguinetti, the former outfielder for Nebraska, or number two would be Adley Rutschman, of course.
Of course.
Number three, Joey Pancake from South Carolina.
Joey Pancake.
I want Joey Pancake. Or Scott Wingo would be fine as well. But I loved South Carolina baseball growing up. Christian Walker and obviously Jackie Bradley Jr.
So I bet they'd let Rico run the bases. That'd be great. Can I get
would
some
you
dirt?
run the bases
Can I get a patch of grass? Or like a patch
from
of
Yankee Stadium?
Patch of dirt.
What about just like a rubber?
Can I get the pitching mound?
I was gonna say, or home plate. What about the home plate?
Ooh.
The home plate would be cool because we've seen like DP has brought in the Houston Astros
like
bases and stuff.
Can I get the first base from that game?
From that game, that would be a good one to negotiate with. Home plate or
think about that one.
That would be good. There's a lot of things you could ask for. A whole entire ball, or not entire ball, a ball autographed by or signed by the entire team.
But I need Nestor Cortez circled.
Okay.
I do love me some Nestor Cortez.
You like Nestor Cortez. So I think there's a lot of things that you could ask for. Like back in the day, if like, Aramis Ramirez was going to be big, I would have died having an Aramis Ramirez ball in my room.
That would have been fantastic.
I would have loved Aramis Ramirez. But speaking
Sten
of,
says a signed photo of me handing the ball to Judge, signed frame ticket, player exclusive merch, and warm-ups that fit me. That's good.
That's risky though, because what if you get fat, or vice versa? What if you lose weight?
Touche. And then it says, Rico, you ask him to take you courtside to the Knicks game. That'd be pretty nice.
That would be good. Just going to a game with Aaron Judge. What if, like a night out with Aaron Judge?
A night out with the Yankees.
It doesn't have to be the entire Yankees for me.
It would end up being the entire Yankees.
Yeah, because Aaron Judge would be like, dude, guys, you got to come with me. There's losers by me, and I don't want to hang out with him anymore.
This guy keeps asking me questions.
He keeps just staring at me and doesn't say a single word. I can't do anything. He's looking at
muttering,
me.
I'm with Aaron Judge.
Are you Aaron Judge?
Are you really Aaron
Is
Judge?
This you?
Dude, I've been here the whole time.
I've been hanging out with you for 3 hours.
Oh,
that's all you've said.
Exactly. Are you Aaron Judge?
Is this really Aaron Judge? Okay, so Sten. Oh, that's interesting.
Like
what
that's
would
my
be...
question. Before we go to break, before we go to break, you get to hang out with your all-time favorite player. I'm not saying Aaron Judge is my all-time favorite player, but you get to hang out with your all-time favorite player. What do you talk about?
I don't know, because I feel like there's this weird, like, you don't want to cross the line when they're your all-time favorite player. You know a lot about them, right? So like their story, and you know things like they've been through and stuff. You don't want to basically give them a biography of their life. Oh, I remember when you were coming out of high school and you had 17 D1 offers and you chose Nebraska.
Tell me about that time that you did this, because I heard that this is the reason. Yeah, I want to know why the reason.
And if it is the reason, I want to hear it from your perspective. But why?
Yeah, like what do you?
You don't want to cross that line.
That's weird.
I would be against it.
So what do you talk about with your all-time favorite player? You get to hang out with them for one night.
You can't ask about them about family and stuff.
You get to hang out with them.
You can't ask about family. I mean, you could, but you don't want to cross that line of weirdness. You don't want to ask too, personal of questions.
Do you tell them to ask you questions?
Yeah, Aaron, ask me a question. No,
I don't need to
it's
know
like-
anything about you. You need to know more about
it's
me.
it's like or Rashawn when he's talking to somebody, he's like, all right, now I'm gonna let you have the last segment to ask questions to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I love that.
I love it too. And they usually have questions, so it works out really well. But it's just always funny because listen, I want to interview you, but now
You get to
interview me, Aaron Judge.
It's pretty good.
It is good. I'm all about it.
Nice strategy.
So, all right, let's go ahead and get to break. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you guys the rest of the way. I'm going to look up the Joey Pancake South Carolina team. I'm going to look up the Joey Pancake just for my own, excitement. But when we come back, we'll talk alcohol sales coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena, why you should be excited, or if you're pissed about it, let me know. Let us know. And then we'll also get into some NFL buy or sell before we get to the crossover with Strick and Nate coming up in a couple minutes. You're listening to the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
James Enterprise Incorporated, that company that hauls your gravel, rocks, and material for your farm or construction site, says thank you to the people of the healthcare community for putting yourself in the way of danger to save the public. That is what it means to be a hero and to build a beautiful legacy. This message brought to you by James Enterprise Incorporated. For all your hauling of rock, gravel, and materials, call them at 402-432-6740. That's 402-432-6740.
Need to send a message? Send it with cake. Congratulations. Here's a congratulations chocolate rum cake from Beatrice Bakery. Thank you. Say thank you with an amaretto cake. I'm sorry that I accidentally hit your mailbox with my car as I was backing out of the driveway and then continued right into your prized petunias. You say that with a lemon drop cake. Everybody knows that. Beatrice Bakery in downtown Beatrice or online at beatricebakery.com. Here to help you say whatever it is you need to say. Welcome to our world of yum.
Warhorse Casino is looking for trailblazers for every department: food and beverage servers, environmental services, cage cashiering, revenue auditor, IT, and more. Find your winning opportunity at our job fair, Tuesday, September 27th from 3 to 7 at the Lincoln Warhorse Gaming Office, 3730 South 14th Street. Every employee is treated like family, and every role is essential in creating a one-of-a-kind experience. For information on openings and job fairs, go to warhorsecasino.com.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. Can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto in West O. Check us out at pricerightauto.com.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $22.58 per hour. And other select jobs is starting at $24.28 per hour, with wages growing up to $30.30 per hour. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, back here on the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick and Rico hanging out with you guys on a Wednesday. Okay, so we were looking up the 2014 South Carolina baseball team, as well as Rico trying to find his buddy.
My friend. Shout out to Dominique Hawkins, my guy. If anybody knows him, great guy.
Who caught Jackie Bradley Jr.'s ball when he threw it into the stadium or stands at the end of the 2011 because it would have been the first year. So South Carolina, they beat UCLA in the final year of Rosenblatt and then beat Florida.
I don't remember who it was.
I don't remember who it was in 2011, but they won the last title at Rosenblatt and the first title at TD Ameritrade. But okay, so here we go. We have a video of Dominique, Rico's buddy, being interviewed about catching the final out at his house the next morning. Here,
look, Dom, I love you, my guy, but this is hilarious.
Last night, I just went to sleep thinking, oh, this is a good ball. I woke up today from a call from NCAA saying they want the ball back in the Hall of Fame. So I'm like, no, bro, you can't do that. I mean, I want to keep it. And then I got a phone call today saying that Keith Bradley Jr. wants the ball back. Yeah, so I don't know about all that. He gonna be famous anyway. You're going to the MLB. Let me have a little prize piece. They really want this ball, but ain't nobody getting it.
You're gonna be famous anyway. You go to the MLB.
That's my guy.
Why don't you just let me have a little bit of a prize piece?
Dom, I love you, my guy, but that was hilarious.
That is awesome. So shout out
really
to
want this ball back. Ain't nobody gonna get
I woke up to a call from the NCAA. Want the ball back for the Hall of Fame? Nah, dog.
That's my dude.
So anyway,
one of the fastest dudes I've ever met.
So there you go. There's Rico's buddy Dominique. We're still waiting on the text back from him.
He's not going to text.
He's not going to text Rico.
If anybody listening knows Dominique Hawkins, text him and tell him to respond to my message on Facebook. Because I lost his number when I got a new phone.
On Facebook. So tell him to respond on Facebook Messenger.
I lost his number when I got a new phone.
Okay. That does happen. Okay. Let's move on. Let's talk about Nebraska and opening up the idea to alcohol sales in Pinnacle Bank Arena. Now, this is a very touchy subject for a lot of folks, but now the Board of Regents is going to vote on Friday to officially allow the alcohol sale in Pinnacle Bank Arena for Nebraska men's and women's basketball games. Now, we've always said it's always great to revisit this conversation. Memorial Stadium is down the road. It's down the road, obviously, because the taps are not in already installed.
Major renovations would be needed.
Yeah, and as we have an unnamed texter, Angry Rams guy says, "Don't leave us hanging." Did he give the ball back?
I want to say he did, but I don't remember.
Okay, that's what we're looking for. It. We're on it. So we're trying to figure that out.
I asked him what he got for giving it back, so I'm waiting for him to say I didn't give or telling me what he got.
I hope he has a picture of it. But either way, we know Memorial Stadium's down the road. PBA and at Haymarket Park are they already have the taps installed, so it makes it easy. They're installed. Just more concession stands will be open because a lot of times at Nebraska basketball games, not all concession stands are open because a lot of them mainly just sell alcohol and other drinks, obviously. But now, if they pass this, vote or whatever they have on Friday, which I feel pretty confident about.
I think they will.
Like, do we have a reason not to feel confident about
Not
this?
really. I mean, you've seen it's been at concerts and the amount of success that PBA has drawn with selling alcohol at concerts, and there have been no incidences. Haymarket
there's
Park,
always incidences.
Haymarket Park does it
Incidents.
for the Salt Dogs, and
Yeah.
it's fine. Like I don't see why basketball and baseball wouldn't be able to do it and have the reason that they have major problems is because it's Husker baseball and Husker basketball.
You put the label of it. You put the label of a collegiate athlete or sport with selling alcohol, and then you have a couple more hoops to jump through. Qdoba guy says you don't need draft beer at Memorial Stadium. All you have to do is sell those Busch Light cans that look like corn. It's corn.
When you run out real fast.
Yeah, because Garth Brooks, you ran out real quick. And those were tall. Those were tall boys. Because they were 425, or Jake had 25. They were 25-ounce beers, right?
And he felt fine.
Ray
says it's one way to get rid of the nicest fans in college sports talk. I think you'll be fine. You'll still have nice fans.
And you'll still have jerk fans.
Yeah. Look, if drinking 2 or 3 beers turns you into a jerk, then maybe you shouldn't be drinking beers.
Oh, Drumstick with an interesting point. Please, no alcohol at Memorial Stadium. Nothing worse than smelling booze breath all game packed in like sardines. That's one that I did not think about.
But you also have hot dog breath.
Hot dog breath. What's worse, hot dog breath or booze breath? Poll question. This is a poll question.
That's a great question.
That's a great poll question. All right, Twitter. Go over to my Twitter, Nick_Sainert. By the way, Joey Pancake does have a Twitter account if you want to follow him.
Good for him.
Okay, so we're gonna go poll question: hot dog breath or booze breath? And so, what is worse?
Unnamed text says, I was at the Garth Brooks concert and honestly never smelled alcohol.
I did not either.
I mean, look, if the person next to you was drinking like a sink, then you might smell alcohol on their breath, but I don't know. Plus, the lines are going to be so long, I don't think you're going to get enough alcohol for somebody to get that intoxicated.
That's what you say now.
Unless they drink it before they go in and then while they're there.
All right, so poll question is up. With the vote coming on Friday, what's worse, hot dog breath or booze breath? We'll let it last for a day. We'll give the final thoughts tomorrow.
Oh, that's a great question from Unnamed Texture. Do you know how much they made off alcohol sales for the Big Ten wrestling tournament that was at PBA? I don't, but that could go into the discussion for selling alcohol at PBA for basketball games if they were successful. I heard that it was pretty good. I don't know the exact numbers, but from what we've heard is they did a really good job and they were really proud of the fans that were there, that there were no incidences.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know how much they sold at the wrestling. I forgot that they had it at the wrestling, but it also, that was their, Scott says $350,000 of gross income. That's something we can get behind.
That is pretty decent numbers.
That's something that somebody has to pay out. The university has to pay out for a $7.5 million buyout. They like the $350,000.
Now imagine
in a weekend, obviously,
over the course of multiple games for men's and women's basketball.
Yeah,
sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah. So that's going to be coming. The official vote is, like I said, is on Friday. Hizzlebear.
Don't.
Yeah, we can't say that one, but I mean, creative minds, I suppose.
Yeah, good job.
Once again, 402-464-5685. You can vote on the poll question, Nick_Sainert. With the vote coming on Friday, what's worse, hot dog breath or booze breath? And so far, all 4 votes have hot dog breath. So hot dog breath is up 4-0 right now. Okay. Unnamed texter with let's talk facts. They say, in what current college football stadium that serves alcohol is there ongoing issues of intoxication? We went to Minnesota and the fans are just fine. Once you start selling, it's not as big of a deal. Bingo. I think once fans get used to it,
Mhm.
it's not as big of a deal. Number two, Iowa, I know, is also another place that does it. They sell beer and wine.
And wine?
And wine, if you're one of those people.
Fancy.
And Utah also, because Utah has they made a renovation to their stadium that there's a concourse, and this is something I've pitched to Memorial Stadium as a possibility.
You want major renovation.
Major renovation. And like, once again, the realisticness about it is not, accurate. But if Nebraska wanted to make a designated area for where people can drink alcohol, right? Or there's only one, place or one or two places in the stadium that sell alcohol, you could make people congregate on a concourse or in a gathering area that don't necessarily have seats. You have plenty of garbage cans if people drink too much. You have plenty of garbage cans to eliminate waste. Like, here's the deal. The stadium's going to be trashed no matter what. There's going to be drunk people no matter what. And if you add $350,000 worth of revenue per game, or even on the lower side, $100,000 per game at Husker women's basketball or men's basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe less at women's basketball, because normally the age of the audience is a little older at women's basketball games. But if you can add, $50,000 to $100,000 per game of revenue, that's something that you're going to be willing to take the risk on, for maybe a little bit more of a mess at an event.
And again, this isn't happening at Memorial Stadium anytime soon. So honestly, if they don't do it at Memorial Stadium, whatever. But doing it at PBA and doing it at Haymarket just makes sense. You have the taps already. It's just an event that, drinking beer is not going to, nobody's going to get completely wasted at a basketball or a baseball game. And somebody might get wasted.
Maybe you will. That's the thing, though. Like,
but
baseball,
look, there's people like that everywhere.
You can have promotional nights now at Husker baseball if they end up. So once again, the vote on Friday is just for Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's not for Haymarket Park or Hawks Field. But we know that when they have the taps already installed for Salt Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is that just gives you another opportunity to run promotions. Like, you talk about fan experience there. And we always, when we talk about Husker football and filling seats, we talk about fan experience, but also in baseball. Like, baseball had a major drop off this last year on, what was the expectation. They won the Big Ten title 2 years ago, and then they completely fell off and had a pretty disappointing season this last year. And figuring out a way to get fans through the door, they are able to. I mean, you can use alcohol or $2 tall boy night as a promotion. Let's get to the phone line, 402-464-5685. Brian T's been waiting patiently. Brian T, what's up, man? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you. I just wanted to say on the whole alcohol sales and stuff, and since it's part of my job when I'm down there is kicking people out when they're overserved. Most of the problem we have at the arena are the people that just come in hammered and then just keep going. And the nice thing about basketball, since most of the games are in the evening, most people don't have a lot of time to just get sloshed before they get there. And it's the same thing if they ever sell beer at Memorial Stadium. The people we have problems with are the ones that start at 7 o'clock the night before a game.
Yep. Yeah, that's a really good point.
I don't think would really change that too much there either.
That's a really good point. Appreciate the phone call, Brian. That's a really good point.
Like I said, the lines are going to be disgustingly long, so nobody's going to have a chance to get, 8 beers.
Yeah, you'll be able to walk away with 2. It's normally 2 per person is the limit.
Yeah.
But
unless you're willing to miss half the game.
Unnamed texter here says, why do we need alcohol at a family event? Drink at home or at a bar. No need for alcohol at events. I think this is where collegiate athletics are switching more from family events to a business, right? Because
you can
obviously
still be a family event with alcohol.
Obviously, you want to keep it a family atmosphere, and I think you do. I think there's still a way to protect that family atmosphere. However, money is going to be the main driver in all of this. And how do you get fans through the door? Fan experience, improving fan experience, and filling. And if adding alcohol to a men's basketball program or that has been struggling as of the last 10 years, if that little boost is going to, now maybe it's not for you and maybe it's reaching a small population, but if you get an extra 1,000 people at an arena that are going on a Saturday night for a Nebraska Purdue basketball game that Nebraska probably doesn't have a big chance of winning, but hey, it's more of a social event, then hey, Nebraska is able to make more money off of it. Mm-hmm. And that's the main driver. As much as we don't like to acknowledge that, money is the main driver, and college athletics is turning into more and more of a business every single day and less of a family of focused event. And that's just how it is. But not to say that there are other ways that the university or the way that like the PR people that orchestrate the events and the games that they have going on during the game, during commercial timeouts, can't be focused on making it a family atmosphere as well, if that makes sense.
It'll stay a family atmosphere.
I think so too.
The booze isn't going to change it into a family atmosphere. Somebody mentioned, it's going to change it from a family atmosphere to more NFL because there's brawls and puke and all kinds of shenanigans going on in the stands at NFL games. I'm like, look, NFL games are still family events. People still take their families to NFL games. People still take their families to NBA, NHL. Like, families are still going to all of these events. Alcohol is just something where you can go if you're not with your family, if you're going with one other person, if you're going with all of your friends, and you get a couple beers, or you get a couple drinks there, and then after whatever sport event you're watching, you head out to the bars afterwards or whatever. I mean, you use it as sort of like a pre-game.
I was going to say that's an interesting way to look at it because you're able to yeah, exactly.
There's brawls at
T-ball games. Somebody said.
Yeah.
I was caught off guard. But it also helps out and I hate to sound like this, it helps out the local economy. It's good for everyone. Hurts everyone. Hurts nobody. We got to find that sounder.
We really do.
But anyway, so like it helps local economy because now Nebraska and Lincoln specifically right next to Pinnacle Bank Arena has an area in the rail yard that will now benefit from this. They'll be able to stay open, or they'll stay open later, obviously, during Husker basketball games. And now Husker fans, if they're a little buzzed, and let's say Nebraska gets a big win against Purdue, they can keep that buzz going at wherever you want to go, whether it's Gate 25, whether it's the rail yard, whether it's Hero 88, you get to keep it going. So once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you guys. We'll go ahead and take a break. Maybe we'll do a couple of the buy or sell questions with Nathan and Strick when they come in.
Yeah, let's try it.
But either way, we'll have the crossover with those two coming up in a couple minutes. You're listening to the Happy Hour on The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping, thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and things are cooking in Louisville. Right now, our pre-owned sales are off the charts, and we have loaded up the lots full of inventory. We've got a great supply of Sierras, Silverados, Tahoes, Yukons, and crossovers. Plus, we've got a great supply of back-to-school cars just in time for the big day. Don't forget about all of those new 2022 and 2023 units arriving every day as well. So please take that short, money-saving drive down 144th Street or shop online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Guys, I just had my weigh-in over at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping after my second 10-week session over there. Since I started with them in April, I've lost 70 pounds. No pills, no starvation diets, just the proven method at Farrell's using kickboxing, strength training, nutrition, and personalized coaching. It all starts with their 10-week challenge. The next one begins on October 1st. Reserve your spot and get half off by mentioning the ticket. You can get all the information at fxblincoln.com, and I'll see you at Farrell's for the 10-week challenge beginning October 1st. Join now for 50% off. Breakfast tacos, brisket tacos, pork tacos, chicken tacos. You hungry yet? I can keep going. Pork or chicken, queso nachos, queso mac and cheese, hatch mac burritos. Now you're salivating. Muchachos is Lincoln's premier New Mexico barbecue fusion restaurant. You can't miss them in their bright blue building. Pair that great food with delicious coffee for breakfast and a variety of local and national beers on tap the rest of the day. Order your food online at yomuchacho.com or visit them in person at Muchachos on South 11th Street between L and K Streets.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
You're getting lots of steps in this fall between going to football and volleyball games. Are your shoes getting worn out? For the rest of September, when you stop by Brown Shoe Fit, you can take an additional 20% off the men's clearance rack sale price. The clearance rack has your favorite brands like Brooks, New Balance, Clarks, and more. Hurry in for the best selection in your size. The sale ends September 30th, so hurry in now for 20% off all shoes on the men's clearance rack at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word. Live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill, brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Quite the drop in temps here for our Wednesday. We'll see increasing cloud cover, a high of 74, but temperatures falling a bit in the afternoon. Northeast winds rather breezy, gusting over 20. We'll see a chance of showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon into tonight with a low of 54. A continued chance of showers tomorrow and only a high of 64. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska fans, it's almost time for college football season. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln is a proud donor of Nebraska Athletics. Brokers Insurance Agency is located at 33rd and A Streets in the heart of Lincoln. At Brokers, they can help you with all your insurance needs. Let them worry about your insurance so you have more time to enjoy the college football season. Call one of their licensed agents today at 402-420-5353 or visit their website at brokersinsurancene.com. Go Big Red.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Get a lot of advice about self-care these days, but one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary, presented by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I don't know where Nick went. He just kind of dipped out. I don't know if he's ever going to come back. I guess the show is all mine now. No more Nick Sainert. At Radio Rico AC for all of your needs. Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up, Rico?
You're back.
Hey, so can I just put this out there? Maybe this is wrong to do.
No, do it. Throw it out into the ether.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you have an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3 that you are not using, and you also have NCAA football,
All right, I already told you that I give it to you.
Let him put it out into the ether.
let me put it out there. And you want to donate, let me know. Or if you want to, sell for cheap.
You're not even going to give someone a beer or something?
Oh, of course. I'll have a couple beers with you.
Nick is on a big NCAA football
I'm on a
kick
huge
right now.
NCAA football
And
kick.
I'm telling him about...
I haven't been playing necessarily, but I remember what it used to be like.
I remember the feeling.
Going through the recruiting classes on NCAA 14 was so much fun. And that's why I'm in this weird conflict of interest, because my PlayStation 4 works perfectly fine. Zero problems with it. I've had it for probably 2.5 years, 2 years probably. It works perfectly fine. Got no problems with it at all. But NCAA football I guess it'd be 20, 14. Not 14. NCAA football 24 is going to solely be on PlayStation 5.
Yep, next gen, baby.
And I'm like sitting here like I won't need a PlayStation 5, but I already know darn well I'm going to buy a PlayStation 5 just so I can play NCAA football 14.
Go get a PlayStation 5 before the game comes out, because everybody will be buying PlayStation 5s and Xboxes once it comes out. Just get ahead of it.
It's
There's
just such a
games you can play
scam,
right
though,
now.
because then the PlayStation 6 is going to come out.
Not for like another 4 or 5 years.
That's
when
the thing,
did the PlayStation 5 come out?
Almost a
2 years
year and a
ago.
half ago. That's what I'm saying. It's been
a
2
year
years
and a half?
That's the problem. Is it's been 2 years almost,
right?
And you still can't get them. Like
you can.
My buddy,
I can get one for you.
We'll talk.
You still can't get them?
Yeah, you can.
Like
You
just
gotta know
like
where to
this
look.
at a snap of a finger.
I can get it for you.
Because like my buddy was
Do you
telling
want
me
one?
When it was...
maybe. My buddy was
I'll
telling
take
me
one.
Give me the money. I got you.
My buddy was telling me like, because I just need the digital version. Okay. My buddy was telling me like you have to be put on this queue, and you have to like you get a message and you have to be ready to buy it that day, because once your spot comes up, you only get there.
$715.
What are you looking at?
No way.
Walmart.com.
No way.
Walmart is a reputable source.
Aren't they like 400?
Yeah, I don't know. What
The digital is 400. The physical is 500.
This is what I'm looking at right now. Sony PlayStation 5 gaming console at Walmart is $714.
Yeah, that's not right.
And Walmart, I like to believe, is a reputable source.
Time out. Does PS4 have backward compatibility? No. PlayStation 3 does.
PlayStation 3
Because
goes to
I had
PlayStation 2.
the backwards compatibility.
No,
for
I don't
PlayStation
think
3.
it does.
They stopped it with after PS3. PS3
Are we
you
sure
can,
PlayStation
PS3
3
you
does?
can play. You could before.
I don't know if you can, because I have I have a PlayStation 2, 3, and 4.
But yeah, you can't play PS3 games on PS4. You can't.
Which is a
you
joke.
can play PS4 games on PS5.
Which is why the Wii is the greatest gaming console ever created.
You can play
And I
GameCube
refuse
games
to
on
say
it.
exactly.
I agree.
I refuse to say anything different.
I agree.
The Wii was awesome.
The Wii was fantastic.
You can do anything you want on the Wii. You can play
I've-
Guitar Hero. You
I've
can
been
play
playing-
GameCube. I mean, it's awesome.
You can watch movies.
You watch movies.
I've
watch
been-
Netflix.
I've been my buddy brought over to our house because like so my house as Nathan would know like is kind of like when all of our friends hang out, we just go down to my basement, and so he brought the Switch over.
Oh, I love the Switch.
He brought the Switch over, and now it's just like left in our basement. So we have like the PS4 and then the Switch like in our big TV downstairs, and we also have a Wii. I don't like the Switch.
Dude, I love the Switch.
I don't
That
like
was
the
the first
Switch.
time I'd ever played the Switch. When
Yeah.
we played
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I'd ever played a Switch.
Shout out to Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. That's what
Yeah,
we call it.
Aaron
Yep.
says I bought one for my boys on eBay about 6 months ago for like $850. You're gonna have to pay for a while yet.
I told you.
eBay. That's somebody buying it and reselling it.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Aaron, you overpaid.
Maybe that should be our side gig.
Should we just buy PS4s and then resell them?
PS5s.
No, buy
PS5s?
PS5s. No, that's the thing. There's got to be a PlayStation guy. Rico has a PlayStation guy.
I don't have a place. Well, I kind of have a PlayStation guy.
See?
Is it a different
see, I
state?
told you,
knew it.
you just
He's
need
in
a
another-
PlayStation
He's
guy.
in another state.
He's in another
Of course
state.
he is. You wouldn't know him. Of course.
I've never actually met him. I've only
it's my-
messaged back and forth with him
No, it's
with
my
under
boys that I-
secret names.
It's my boys that I play 2K with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one's from Alabama, one's from New York.
I used to be really good at 2K.
I still
actually.
cannot get over that. That you play 2K with people that you've never met.
Yeah.
Because one of them was supposed to come, right? You guys were supposed to meet up at one point.
We talked about all of us meeting up in New York, and then COVID hit.
Gotcha. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Walmart. Thunder Not Calling says each one on Walmart is 700 plus. It shouldn't be like that.
I told you,
because I got the disc version because I have a problem.
Yeah, you have a problem, but like to save $100, I'm not getting the disc.
I got mine for like
I don't need the disc.
You don't like the disc? I love the disc version.
$4.99.
No,
you play Blu-ray.
It's not that I love. I don't like
Make Blu-ray great again. Blu-ray was awesome.
I buy DVDs.
It was you were a rich kid if you had a Blu-ray player.
Blu-ray was awesome. Make it great again.
I did not have a Blu-ray player, or my parents did not have a Blu-ray player.
Well, this was the
I
most
had a
ridiculous.
PlayStation. I thought PlayStation 3, which is
my dad refused to get a PlayStation, so we just got a Blu-ray player and then bought the PlayStation.
I thought it was the most badass thing when we had the 2-in-1 VHS and DVD player.
That was also awesome.
We had that set up on the TV, and I was like, man, this is great. I can watch VHS and DVDs.
What's the Lion King? No, but I will probably not get a PlayStation 5 simply because of this.
The price.
Don't get me wrong.
expensive.
I'll play on someone else's console
100%.
when they buy the PlayStation. Just like Nick's going to steal NCAA 14 from me. I can make good money off
Happily. I said I'll buy you a couple drinks. I know what you want.
that. All right.
I know.
I'll give you your Tito's back.
I come to terms with this. Yeah, and my Crocs.
And your Crocs.
My Crocs.
Hey, I need my tennis shoes back.
All right.
Live negotiations on
All
here.
right. This will work. I can live with this.
Actually, so you know my buddy, Mitch, he wore your Croc. He took your Crocs.
What?
So you got to talk to him about
He's
it.
a thief.
Somebody stole your Croc.
Ridiculous. You know what, Rico? I challenge you to 2K.
I will smoke you.
I used to. Nick still hasn't beat me.
Come on over anytime, guys.
You
We'll
never-
play 2K22 on the TV downstairs.
Nick's never beat me.
I will smoke you. And
Play
it's not
Blacktop 4v4, and you have to play my rules.
What are your rules?
You get a player.
No threes and all centers.
No, I didn't know. You get 4 players, so it's 4v4 Blacktop. You get a player 95 overall and higher, 90 overall and higher, 85 overall and higher, 80 overall and higher. So you have to get 4 guys in those categories. And if you let me get Hideo Turkoglu, I'm telling you right now, you're screwed. Nick knows.
I know exactly who I'm going to get, and you're losing.
Who's your 4?
But no Jordan, LeBron, or Giannis. Those are
Okay.
the 3 you can't
What year
take.
is this?
I'll
22.
Play, I haven't played 22. I'll play you in like
I gotta remember
2K14.
2K. Who was
That
on the
was my
cover?
best
Was
year.
that the cover of like 3 of the guys, like
I
Russell
think it-
Westbrook and all that?
I'll bring my
Might have
PS5
been.
and I'll bring 23.
Blake Griffin. There's a 2K23?
Yeah.
Is it out?
Really?
Yes, I've been playing it for like weeks.
I will never buy another 2K game.
I will. I'm obsessed. It's a problem. Really.
Oh, it's LeBron James, Miami Heat. I'm taking my talents to South Beach.
2K13 and 2K14 were my best games.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I'll smoke you.
Seriously though,
Play
guys.
Lance Stevenson.
If anybody, Lance Stevenson, Danny Granger.
Boom.
Wow.
Roy Hibbert.
Roy Hibbert.
Mhm.
Great name.
Mhm.
Where's Strick?
He's eating food. He
Okay.
just got back from the airport.
I thought you were like, where's Wait a minute, where's Strick?
Where's Strick at?
I told him we go a little bit longer so we let him eat his lunch.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
He's
we
made
can
lunch
we can
yet.
do that. We can do that. No, so once again, if anybody has an unused Jimmer Fredette, hey, don't say bummer Fredette. He is Jimmer.
He was not good in the NBA.
He was not good in the NBA, but he was the great guy where if on 2K, if you were drafting a team, use it your last pick to take him. And if you're down by like 7 in the last like 20 seconds of the game, just chuck up a 3 with Jimmer. Bangs him every time.
Didn't he drop like 120 in a game overseas or something?
No, he dropped like 80 something. The 100,
was good.
100, whatever you're thinking, is that
Ooh.
high schooler from Iowa.
I thought that was Andre Blatch. He has a statue in like China or something.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Serious, guys. Remember you used to play for
I know
the
that
Nets.
Stephon Marbury has a statue in China.
Stephon Marbury also has one.
Somebody says that 2K golf was the absolute worst. I would disagree.
I thought it was okay.
I have PGA 2K21, and it is
That was the
it
one
is
with
a lot
Justin
of fun.
Thomas, right?
No, not 21. Oh
I have
yes,
that
yes,
one.
yes.
That's the one
that
that I
is the
have.
one with Justin Thomas.
Those are
I got it for $10 at Walmart.
Look at you.
So
I can have PlayStation 5 for $10.
yeah, no, that's another thing is all the games for PlayStation 5 are $70 now. As
Yeah.
if $59.99 wasn't enough.
Because they're higher quality.
Dude,
It's
Are they?
Dude, no,
I
are
saw
they
the
really?
intro for 2K23, and they're like, "This is next generation." He's walking
No,
down the tunnel.
see, no.
He was walking through people.
2K.
You had that at NBA Live 05.
NBA Live
2005.
Dreaded Carmelo Anthony
Which
on the
was
cover.
awesome.
Great game.
And then 06.
Thank you, Cornrow. Sorry,
That
sorry.
game had the most
Watch
difficult dunk contest I've ever played in my
impossible.
life.
Impossible dunk contest.
But you could do like a
but-
720.
But yeah, exactly.
Did you ever play-
Great on PlayStation
Awesome.
2.
Did you ever play NCAA basketball?
Yes, and you know who Nebraska always lost to for me in the Big 12 tournament? The frickin' Baylor Bears. The Baylor Bears I could never get in the way of the Baylor Bears. They always were in my way. I could never get out of
Played
the
with
way.
Coastal Carolina.
They had
Really
some good.
yeah.
How about the whole college basketball games were fun because like you could choose if you wanted to play on ESPN or CBS. And that
Those
was
were
like
cool.
a thing where it was like, dang, this is great because you can play on, like I said, ESPN and have I can't remember I think Brad Nessler was
Those
was
were
the voice.
probably the
and then-
best made games. Like those
for their
like,
time, yeah, like it was like the
what was the one with
details
Kevin
were great.
Durant on the cover? Was that like 09?
It would have been 07.
That game had good
Yeah.
graphics, great gameplay. It was, Kevin Durant on the cover was awesome. Kevin Love was on a cover.
Okay,
That was awesome.
Now we're getting into a good conversation. NCAA baseball.
Never
yeah,
played it.
I never played
Never
those
played it.
ones. I
NCAA
played them
baseball was a
before.
blast.
I played them before.
So, so Terry says those high prices on the PS5s on Walmart.com are third-party sellers.
Exactly. I was like, that's not.
So
the
how do
real
we
price.
find just sellers?
Go to Walmart. You're just gonna have to pay $700 for
No,
it.
you're not. If you go to Walmart, it's
Rico,
not that expensive.
Rico, so
Can
you know a
do
guy.
they have them at
I
Walmart?
know multiple guys.
Okay, Rico's got multiple guys. How about that?
I don't know what you're asking these guys for, but I know
2K
multiple
friends.
guys.
Well, PlayStations.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, I'm not sure what I want to do with my life yet. And whether and in terms of getting a PlayStation 5.
The thing is, I don't have the time to play PlayStation.
to
I
PlayStation.
don't have time to
PlayStation.
I don't have time to play.
Because if you're gonna drop $700, because when it's all said and done, even if you're paying $500 for the console, you have to
Yeah.
get another controller, you have to get a headset,
And the
you have to
controllers
get
are
the
$100,
PlayStation-
aren't they?
and you have to get the
The
PlayStation
controllers,
Live.
they're
or-
like the same as the
what is
they're
it?
60.
PlayStation Plus or whatever.
PS
you
Plus.
gotta buy that too.
It's like $49.99
Like
for a year.
$1,000 investment.
It's not
Yeah.
that much.
Well, it's not that much when
One, I
you're
don't have
making the big
$1,000.
bucks like
One,
Rico.
I don't have the time to use $100,000.
It's not that much when you're making the big bucks like Rico over here.
Exactly.
You know me.
Come on.
Flush with
You
cash.
you have a dual income household.
That is true.
Nate and I are only single.
I gotta put
single
food on the
income.
table over here,
I gotta
Rico.
provide for my family.
Exactly.
All of my
God
money goes
forbid
to
someone
video games.
does.
All of my money goes to video games.
Can
all
I-
of Rachel's
hey.
money goes to everything else.
Yeah. All of Rachel's money
Rachel
provides
pays-
for the family.
Yeah, Rachel pays the rent. Rachel pays the bills. She buys all the food.
No. Rico buys the dinner. Hey kids, we're having a hamburger helper again tonight. Oh,
Yeah.
Dad, for the 12th week in a row.
Yep, you will eat your hamburger.
You will eat your hamburger.
Daddy's got to play 2K.
It's busy. I'm busy.
All right, it's time to go to bed. I know it's only 6
busy
p.m., but
season.
Daddy's got to play 2K.
Yeah.
Daddy's got to play 2K.
It's busy.
I gotta come
time
over
for
and
a
play
s-
2K.
Time for a 6 p.m. bedtime.
Let me come over.
Let me get
I'll
some-
play you in some 2K.
Some melatonin.
Yeah. Here's some Jack.
How about that? I'll play you in 2K, Rico.
Okay.
Okay, so
How many
you can
points you
sign up
giving
for an
me?
invitation.
I'll give you 10.
You give me 10.
Yeah.
You give me what's on the line here?
I don't
What do we want from Rico?
Oh, that's not a we thing.
Let's make this interesting.
What is this?
If we're gambling, we gotta make this interesting.
Says what? You got a turd in your pocket?
yeah. What's going on here? What's going on?
There's got to be something.
I don't know. I feel like we do wings too much. Also,
Yeah,
you,
we won't do
you
wings.
owe Bach some wings.
I do owe box of wings.
Bach, don't forget about those wings he owes you.
I don't know if he can hear me.
I don't know if he can
I
hear
do
you.
owe him chicken wings.
You owe him
Speaking of
chicken wings.
NCAA football 14, I got Brian Kelly as my defensive coordinator after year one.
No, yeah, Brian Kelly, that's right.
Yeah.
And that is why I want this PlayStation 3 and a all this the PlayStation 3 and NCAA football
Also got
14.
2 transfers from
Because
LSU.
now they got the updated rosters and everything. Wait, Trey Palmer?
No, he was already there. He had a really good season. I think he got drafted in the 4th round.
No, he's gone.
So are the new games gonna have their names on the back?
I don't know.
It better.
Well, the thing is,
Like, why have we not figured out a way to do
it would probably be by school. Because you know how, like, in NBA, when you play with some of the former players, they're not on the game. Even though
Yeah.
Reggie Miller's not on the game.
Charles Barkley's never in the
Charles
game either.
Barkley's never on the game. But I'm assuming it'll be by school that a player will have their likeness or the other guys will be like the numbers. I kind of like the numbers because then you like
Wide
it took you
receiver,
back.
89.
But then you like, I remember who 89 was. You know, it's like that was because you knew that it was the number.
No,
And
see,
it looked exactly
the only,
like him.
The only time that I had just the numbers was when I ran out of Xbox Live on my Xbox 360 and the internet didn't connect. And so it was like, I just got to have, the number generated rosters. And it was like wide receiver number 83.
I would just
for
it was
Bama,
awesome.
for Alabama
randomly generate names
with 200.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay. So somebody says we'll be a collective by conferences. Okay, that makes sense.
I hope these conferences don't cheap out.
Do they have
Come on.
PS5s on like DHgate?
I don't know if I trust that.
I don't think so.
I don't know. If
Come
I
on, no. We gotta see this. Hold on.
I
hope there's like a PS5 for like $12 on DHgate.
It's not a PS5.
That doesn't sound like a great idea. I've got a lot of good jerseys, though.
I know, same here.
You know,
they have iPhone 14s.
That's a 6.5S.
They have an iPhone 14 on DHgate.
They have an iPhone 14.
Oh,
what do you know?
God.
What do you know? PS5 for PlayStation 5.
PS5 for PlayStation 5. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's what it says.
That sounds exactly like a caption that's on DHgate.
That's what it says. $14.36.
Do not. Actually, you know what? Please do. I want to see what this is. I think you should. Please pull the trigger. I want to know what this is.
I will not.
It's going to be a cardboard cutout. It's going to be a cardboard cutout of a PlayStation 5.
It's going to be the box filled with rocks.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
No, here's the thing.
It's $14. I'll pay you back.
It's $14, and my debit card does expire this month.
I will pay you back.
So
a lot of things can happen in a month.
Yeah, your Chipotle, right? Your
Don't
Chipotle,
even get me started. Luckily, that was my credit card, not my debit card. Don't even get me started on my beef with Chipotle. I'm still not over that.
Nick, buy it right now. I will pay you the $14. I will give you $15.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Please, I want to know what it is.
That's freaky.
But what if it is?
Wireless joystick for PS4 and PS5
The
game
thing is,
controllers?
I'd be worried like my house would blow up. Like you open it and then it just like explodes. You burn your house to the ground. Seriously.
Some person in Thailand is watching the news like, oh, that was me. I blew
know.
up that house in
I
Lincoln,
know.
Nebraska.
That could happen. $14? You kidding me?
We got it.
It worked. Oh my gosh, some idiot actually fell for
Yeah,
it.
exactly. You're that idiot. Exactly.
Because I want to play NCAA 14 and have Mark Whipple as my offensive coordinator.
Mark Whipple left me. I don't know where he's at now.
You have to find Mark Whipple.
Okay, I will find
Get him back.
and,
Where's Whipple?
Chenander left me too. They
Well-
both became head coaches somewhere.
Oh,
nice.
How the tables turn?
turntables have turned.
The turntables.
I also had to change the head
Eric
coach's
Chenander.
name because it was Scott Frost, so I changed it to Mickey Joseph, and then I
What'd you do? What else did you do?
changed the skin
There it is. I knew it was coming. I
had to change the face.
I knew. Facial. Scott Frost went underneath a major facial
He did.
reconstruction surgery on Rico's game.
I think I took it off. No glasses and no hat. So now he's just wearing a polo. Looks good. Mickey Joseph looks good on NCAA 14.
Okay, there he is. I just loved recruiting in that game. So, yeah, Nate, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm taking your Xbox
I'll
360.
see if I can find. Don't mess up my. I'm the offensive coordinator in Indiana right now.
Indiana's a good team to play.
I started at Akron. I was the offensive coordinator at Akron. Got promoted to head coach. Now I'm the offensive coordinator at Indiana.
Also, their whole Road to Glory concept is really fun. Also,
It is fun.
on NCAA Football 24, they're having the transfer portal. Think about how wild that's
Well,
going
I
to be.
just told you I got transfers in NCAA 14. I didn't know it was a thing.
Really?
I got 2 transfers: a corner and a wide receiver from LSU.
That's right.
It tried to redshirt.
It
that.
It wasn't the transfer portal. Yeah, no, everybody can play.
It was like redshirt.
You're playing.
Nah.
You're playing. Thanks
Getting
for.
in.
Yeah, you don't get to sit. You're here
Who do
for
you think you
football.
are?
You're here for football.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, we're done for today. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Stick around. The On the Block with Nate and Strick is coming up next. I almost said the spillover. But we're done for today. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We will talk to you tomorrow. See ya.
Adios.